Alright guys, this is just be me living the environment. Okay, going to just hang out where I could actually check my trades within. Okay, so please do well as to what, subscribe and like this particular video. Please, you guys are the only one who can help me on this channel. Alright guys, keep us updated.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an
Good morning, how are we doing today? So let's just do some quick analysis on Euro JPY. Okay, in as much as we know, Euro JPY has actually been on a consistent move to the upside, right? The market has actually come back here to give us what, a bullish engulfing candle on the support zone. We can actually see, yeah. So now let's switch to the weekly time frame and see what is actually happening on the weekly time frame. So you can actually see that after the market actually mitigating this particular low, you can actually see that the print of the candle or the structure actually printing is becoming to give us a particular pattern, which is more like the head and shoulder pattern. Okay, this price was currently like this to the downside, but we could see that the market couldn't continue downwards, right? And what we have the market having to shift structure to the upside again. That is, the market might actually be coming here. The chart might actually be coming back to this level. So you can see this head and shoulder pattern partially forming on the weekly time frame. So we are going to be capitalizing on that move that will come back to this high. So that's what we'll be looking at now. All right. Price has already broken above this high. Okay, all right, so we know after a push we have what we expect, an exhaustion. Then after an exhaustion, then we expect another push to the upside. All right, so let's go to the daily time frame to see what is actually happening. So on the daily time frame now, we could see that price has been able to push above a certain range. There was a range that was happening within the space of the price action before, and the range was this. Okay, so now we're expecting that price should come back and fill up this gap before we can see another progressive move to the upside. So we expect price to do something like this, then a push back to the upside on Euro JPY. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and capitalize on that. So we are on the 4-hour time frame now. You could actually see what the price action is saying. The price action is still what we can see. The movement is in nowhere. All right, we can't actually pick this place as a support again. Reason being that price has already broken the last low that created the last high to the downside. So we can't actually pick this place now as a support system, even though we are going to be looking for buys. So this particular place doesn't longer hold as our support. So where are we expecting the price to come to? We are still expecting price to do this particular movement. Then if the price can make this particular movement to the downside, then from here is when we'll be looking for our buys to the upside. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame and see how we can actually capitalize on taking sales to the downside. All right, so if you're actually interested in wanting to take this particular trade, all right, let's just analyze the market. We could see that this was the last low high. That was the last lower high that break the last low to the downside. Can we see? So price has been moving within this particular range. Price has been moving within this particular range to the downside. So we're expecting that price should come back and come back to this particular zone now, right? We're expecting price to come back to this particular zone now, mitigate it, then we take opportunities to sell the market back to the downside. So if you're going to capitalize on the sell on this now to the downside, so something like this is what we expect, that price come back here and fall back to the downside on Euro JPY. So that would be what we're looking for. So price is going to first fall back to the downside before we capitalize on taking buys to the upside, because generally the market is actually in an uptrend. So let's just wait and see what price action will do within this particular space. and see the movement and see what price action we do within this way, because we can actually not take any setup now or any trade now where price is now currently, because the price is currently nowhere now. So that is it. So expecting that price will come back here, fall back to the downside, then before we expect price to go back higher to the upside. So that will be we will clear the analysis on Euro JPY. Alright guys, so we're expecting a sell trade, then a sell trade. After a sell movement to the downside, then we expect to take what? To take buys from here to the upside. So price must come back to this zone, come back at least back to this zone before we can take sells to the downside. Yeah. So that is it guys on Euro JPY. On Euro JPY.
Okay, I think I was actually looking for a spot where I could actually sit. So yeah, let me show us around. You can see this is nature and its beauty. Can we see? All right, so I will just be sitting here to check the trade we took on Euro JPY. Okay. All right, so I'll be showing us the setup, the one we have on Euro JPY. Okay. All right, guys, you can see this trade has actually hit our take profit. Okay, from the analysis you watched from the beginning on Euro JPY, you could see this was the place I actually marked out. I told us that the trade needed to what? Retrace back to this area of what? Consolidation, and come back to this zone. We can see that when price actually came back to the zone, can we see what happened? The price actually came back to what? To hit our take profit. So that is it. So having the right knowledge to trade the financial market, it just save us some of the stress. Don't forget, I told us that I will just be doing most of the analysis. Most of this trade actually don't take them because I think finances and some other things you get. So that is it. So Euro JPY actually what hit our take profit. All right guys, so that is it on Euro JPY. I actually took so many other trades on like odd JPY too. I took so many other trades on like odd JPY. I think this was a particular trade I kept so long, like it actually hit the take profit too. It's actually there on my TikTok page also when I told them to buy all JPY, when I was expecting all